guys, welcome back to our channel. We're Eric and Pete.
Or Pete and Eric. Pete and Eric. And in today's video, we're going to share the story of how we met. It's been a long time.
2015. Yeah, so almost next year, it'll be 10 years already.
I'm going to let my babe start the story of how we met.
We met and now we're here. It was 2015. Secret that I don't know if I ever told Eric, and I think I still have it somewhere there in my phone. But I used to keep notes, like with the date and the time and what we did and blah 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 blah.
You never told me that.
Yeah, there you go. And when we switched phones, I was like, my notes, but I screenshot everything and let those photos back up of the notes and let those back up into my cloud. And now I have them somewhere there. If I dug up, I'm sure I would see it. And I don't know what I would write, what I would have written in there, but it was like date specific, like January such and such date, this and this, whatever. But then after a while, I was like, forget it. I'm not gonna keep writing so much stuff on there.
You're like, this guy is never leaving. So.
After like a month or two, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go ahead and write everything down. I used to keep little notes, and I'm sure if I dug it up, I would be able to tell you exactly what date we met. But it was like, I do remember it was like towards the middle or end of January, because shortly after it was Valentine's Day, and I went to go see 50 Shades of Grey, and then I told him like, have you seen it? And, but we had already been talking for like, a little bit of time before that. Mm-hmm. The actual way we met was through an app named Grindr, which I'm sure everybody knows what that is, and it's like any other app. You use it for whatever you want to use it for. But we started chit-chatting back and forth, and at first I wasn't sure if it was actually him in the photos, because they looked like, at that time, very, catfishy, very professional, or whatever. And
I'm a photographer.
Yeah, so like, they had those like, that quality to us. I was like, And then we kept talking for a while, until finally we decided to meet up and to hang out. We were gonna watch a movie at your apartment. And pretty much that's how it all started.
When we did meet, initially I wasn't looking for anything serious, even though he was a really nice guy. I remember for my birthday he got me like a gift, he surprised me with a gift and everything, and I mean, I still have it, and I still have like the shoes that you got me, and the shirt that you got me is like a Superman shirt. I still have all of that. But then we were still dating for quite a few months. We went on like our first official first date, like out and about to the beach. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where I kind of started thinking, okay, I mean, this could be something more. And then, but still, that was like in August, and then time still passed, and we didn't make it official till like October, mm-hmm. Or November. It was October, because I had come down for Halloween. I at the time I started working for, I would do like a state inspection for like produce and stuff. So they had relocated me with a group of guys like up in Northwest Texas. And he went to visit me, and it was like a 10-hour drive.
It was super far. I had never driven that far by myself. So I had called into work. I was like already planned it out. Like, I'm gonna leave Friday super early in the morning, not tell anybody where I'm going, which maybe wasn't the brightest idea, because what if something happened to me? He knew, and I trusted him, but it was more like, what if something happens to me on the way there, not with him? And then I called into work like 7 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I was already in San Antonio, because from San Antonio, it's like about 3.5 hour, 4 hour drive from where we're at. And then from there, I'm like, I'm gonna call in like an hour before work, say I'm sick, or I don't feel good, whatever. And then it's Friday morning, and then I'll just take off. And then I told him, I was like, I'm already taking off from San Antonio, so if for some reason I don't get any service, like, I'm on my way. And GPS worked pretty good all the whole way there, and it was just really, really long.
And when he got there, I still didn't make it official. And I remember he got upset like on the way back. But he didn't show me or tell me that he was upset until afterwards. And then when I came down for Halloween, we dressed up as, we did like a couples theme, and it was like Batman and Bane, which I think those have been like some of my favorite costumes together. So I was here, that's when I like made it official. So all those little skanks that were after him, and I know that but yeah, that's when we made it official, and then we kind of been inseparable ever since, because not too far after he met like my family, and then I met his family, and we were dating for about a year when I thought I wanted to propose to him, but so many things were happening like in our lives, personal things as far as, with our families and stuff. And so there was never an actual time, the right time to do it. I finally decided to do it almost 2 years later in 2017, around Valentine's Day, which thinking about it now, I don't feel like it was like the best way to do it or the best time to do it. I feel like it was a little more like a little of a cliche to do it around Valentine's Day. If I could go back and do the proposal, I would do it.
It's like I wouldn't do it at all.
Different. Oh no, yes I would. I would just do it completely different.
After I said yes, and happy this, happy that.
He called his best friend and family, and
then mom, my sisters, and he did the same.
I mean, they love him. My family loves him a lot. But I think getting to know him before that, just finding out that we had so many things in common, like we both love going to the movies. I think like till now, that's still our best times, or like our most leisure time. I don't want to say our best leisure time, but our most leisure time, because we don't usually go to bars or to drink or whatever. So that's where we spend
our
money.
Vice.
Yeah, that's
our
literally
main vice.
So we can go to the movies at least twice or 3 times a week.
If there was a new movie every day, I would personally go to the movies.
Yeah.
I know people are like, that's insane or whatever, but like people like to do a lot of different things. Some people like to do a lot of working out or drinking or whatever you want to do. But it's like always been a thing ever since I was little. I've always loved going to the movies, buying movies, watching movies. It's like all the time.
There's a full collection here. No, I mean, I know it's harder because there's like everything, you can stream everything, but to him it's more of it's having the physical thing. So
the day the internet goes out, you guys are gonna not make fun of me because I have a bunch of DVDs. I just need to pop them in.
Lately, because of Spectrum, it's been happening.
Sorry, Spectrum, but it's the truth, and you can't lie.
For real. And then we both like collecting. We're adult toy collectors, so that was a big thing where I didn't feel like
brought
I had
that out
to.
of you more, right?
I did.
Had like collecting. I always collected small stuff here and there,
and I never wanted to collect because I felt I was always embarrassed. So my thing was always going to Disney, the Disney store. Oh my god, that's when I was like, okay, I know that he's gonna understand like my, I guess, vice or my passion for collecting like toys and like dolls. That's mostly what I collect. Just finding out that you've met someone who has that same interest in you, and then just kind of growing with that passion together. I feel like it helps, especially when you're in a relationship where you're not gonna have somebody say or kind of judge you for being, oh my god, you're an adult,
or not share that,
or
want to share
that with you,
whatever it is, whatever things you're into.
So because we're very huge on like Disney stuff here, and like I've always liked Harry Potter. He loves Harry Potter, but now I've learned to appreciate it more because of him. Star Wars is now a thing that I like because of him. No one minds Disney, of course.
Harry Potter and Disney cups.
And then so many things in common as far as how our businesses go. That I feel like that helps us.
That's one of our core in the relationship.
Yeah, that was what I'm trying to say. Like it was a big core in our relationship, or it is a big core in our relationship, where we can disagree on something and still be able to talk about it. Or when we agree on something, it's like, oh my god, I was thinking that too. And I really, really love that. Especially here at home, at our businesses, and I feel that's what's helped our businesses kind of progress. Because we're not, I want to do this and I want to do that, it's like completely different.
I know from when we've seen like online with couples that, do business together, whatever that is, whether it's social media or actual another type of business. One thing that seems to be in common is that they have to distinguish, like separate their business work life from their marriage, because it's like that's work itself, and that's the way we have to do it. I mean, we may bicker about dumb things at home and bicker stuff about work, but when it comes to either one, it's like they don't cross each other.
Yeah.
Kind of just, whatever is work, and then whatever is at home or on our personal side is completely separate.
I think that's the biggest thing where we're able to compromise things, because he used to not like to tell me things, and I still feel like he might feel that way. But before, it's like he used to say, "Oh, I don't feel like I don't want to tell you this," because he doesn't like confrontation. So, but my thing has always been, well, we need to talk about it, because then later you're just kind of hold it against me. So as our relationship started progressing, and then our marriage started progressing, it's like something that I know we're both working on, and now
I think it's always a thing everybody works
on. But now it's feel like it's better.
I was probably like, I wish you would just shut up, and that's on me.
No, that's not true, man.
But yeah, I mean, like in any relationship, over the years you grow to kind of just communicate more, and there are always going to be certain topics or things that pop up that you're like, oh, I don't want to talk about that with so and so because of what X, Y, and Z. But yeah, kind of always just go with the flow and eventually communicate about that certain thing.
And then a big thing is, I know before, and he might not remember, but I do remember him saying this, and to me it kind of stuck around, and till this day it still does, where he had made a comment, or he had said, because you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that that's your best friend. Like, you have your best friend, and then you have like your significant other. But I feel now, because we're together all the time and we talk about everything, like all the time, and we share everything all the time. Like, I tell him things that I wouldn't be able to tell like my family or like my friends, and we're open enough with each other that we can communicate that way. Where I feel like, okay, that's my best friend, because. Yeah, and everybody, I feel like it's like such a cliche, like, oh my god, I married my best friend.
I think that's why I fight against saying that, because I feel like it is kind of cheesy, cliche to say like, I married my best friend, or we became best friends, because I feel like that's your partner, that's your husband, that's your whatever, but your best friends are like, obviously your friends that you have outside of your marriage. But he definitely, I don't like to say that, I'll still kind of fight against that, but I will agree, there are a lot of stuff that we talk about that normally I don't think I'd talk about with other friends, well, actual friends of ours or mine or whatever. And no matter how close and how long I've known them, there's just some certain topics that you can talk to about with somebody that you're with constantly all day long. That's different from people that you kind of just see periodically, even though you might be close.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you're like super super close friends that you can talk about anything without like a raised eyebrow, then that's awesome. But yeah, there's certain things that I still don't bring up, and that's not because it's anything bad. It's just kind of like it's like a comfort level.
Yeah. And I do feel like that's what, I don't want to say that's what makes us different, but I feel like that's what's in relationship, like straight relationship, gay relationships. I feel like that's what makes us strong, is that we can talk about stuff. We talk about everything, like
most random things, important things that I'm like just randomly pop in my head all the time.
Like just and by randomly, it's like just scenarios that it just pop up in your head, and you just kind of daydream about it, and it's like then we talk about it. And I don't feel like a lot of married couples would do that, not from what I have seen. And I do love that about us, and I'm always gonna love that about us. And
like I'll be washing dishes, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, and I say this so many times, it just, I don't know why it always pops in my head, but I'm like, when like if the world starts ending or whatever, we need to be prepared. In our storage unit, we need to have like a bin with blankets and this and that.
It's gonna happen.
I'm always bringing that up for some reason. It's always in the back of my head.
I feel like that's the one thing that we talk about the most, or like that'll pop up in the most conversations, is like the apocalypse. Like, and he already knows, if I turn he's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
And
so
vice versa.
just don't even. do it and get it out of the way. And with all that being said, guys, I hope this video has given you a little bit more insight into getting to know us a little bit better.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below what your story is, how you and your partner, your wife, your husband, your current relationship, how you guys met, and we'd love to hear them. We'd love to read them.
If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel
to get a notification every time we upload a new video, because click the bell, notification, it'll tell you. But we will talk to you guys hopefully soon.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.